You want some sausage?
What's it called?
You want some sausage?
Yeah,
in your mouth?
I want a sausage with some
German
sauerkraut
sausage
on it.
in your mouth.
A bratwurst.
I want a bratwurst with some sauerkraut and mustard.
Just jam down your schnitzel.
I want like 5 of them. I want to sit there eating all day.
He wants 5 schnitzels in his wait, you want 5 sausages in your
No, this is good. Hey, take another swing, buddy.
You got it. 3rd time's a try. Wait.
All right, I got this. Ready?
Yeah.
You want 5?
3 strikes, you're out.
Hey, for my real schnitzel makers out there, I want my schnitzel pounded flat, as long as it takes.
Welcome to Getting To It podcast. I'm Hunter.
I'm Brad.
I'm Brad. That's Dave, and this is Hunter.
Great for ruining the bit. Thanks.
Okay.
All right.
So much for yes and.
Today we are not in our usual studio.
You're not.
If you have noticed, we're actually at Brad's parents' house. Because
modern joy.
Because we're not filming on our normal schedule again, because we don't like doing that for some reason.
Yeah, no, it's very odd. We like to change things up sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think the main reason is I'm moving this weekend.
He's moving. Brad's busy. He can't make it down, and
This is a lie.
Shit happens.
I was canceled on day of on my way, and I still had to go because of outstanding other plans.
Okay. Here's what happened.
I told everybody that I was in Arrowhead.
He canceled, and then Brad's on his way, and I'm like, well, if it's just going to be us, it's not really worth it for a 2-man podcast.
2 men staring into each other's souls.
We just stare into each other's eyes and just talk together.
Flirting.
That's what I thought we were going to get, like,
just
fun.
I
thought it would be funny if the over 21 hour we cracked open a beer at 10 a.m. I wouldn't even really want to finish it, but just to mark
you guys can do your thing. I'll just sit here in the middle and not have one.
Well, this was for last, if we recorded, if it was just us.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I was also just really tired because I was up late the night before.
Yeah, so Dave stayed up all night playing Magic the Gathering like a fucking nerd, and then he couldn't record a podcast.
Magic the Gathering?
Yeah.
Dude, I know I play War Thunder, but that's nerdy.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Yeah, me, Nate, Cam, and JT.
Just playing. That's so crazy.
Out of our friend group, those guys are probably the most
hidden
nerds, but outwardly they are the coolest. Let's go, let's get it going.
Especially JT.
Yeah, they're Southern California beach frat bro fucking.
Yeah, they exude that vibe.
Yeah.
And then on the down low, they're like, hey Dave, let's play Magic the Gathering. Let's play For the King. Can you DM our Dungeons and Dragons sesh? And I'm like, Jesus, guys.
Yeah, Dave's really excited to DM though.
I'm excited.
It's his favorite thing to do because
I like playing more for Dungeons and Dragons. Really? Yeah, but I have a good DM record, so.
He DM'd my first ever Dungeons and Dragons game, and then we never finished it.
Okay.
We never went back. But there was also
we never went back because
people playing.
There was 3 people playing. I mean, you could do it, but you were sober, but the other 2 people were just hammered drunk. And then we're starting it, and so many people are just coming into my house because my roommates had people over. So it was just very distracting. Yeah,
we're all looking at each other. I'm looking at everybody, saying hi to everybody because I'm a pretty social person. You guys know that. And then
people
just
are getting up, walking around, saying hi.
It just wasn't.
You forget where Hothar, the half elf, is, and it's just
if you're sitting down for a tabletop game or roll that type of stuff, you gotta sit down. Cut some time out and focus on it.
I would put it in the category of when you sit down to watch a really good movie, you can't maybe you do a bathroom break and everyone pauses and everyone gets up.
You can take breaks, yeah. But it's you got to commit at least 3 to 6 hours of just no one coming in, nothing going on.
I want a day to just lock ourselves in a room and play Dungeons and Dragons all night till the sun comes up.
I'm down. Let me know. I'm down.
Renting out a goon cave to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, see, Brad wants
There's
to
just
goon in a cave like that. We want to play
There's
D&D.
just posters on a wall, and she's just staring at him, just smoldering at them.
Yeah.
Let it be known, before we started recording, I proposed banning all pornography on the internet. So
We'll probably keep that bit in.
you want to just keep the whole.
Keep
That was a good waffle. We did a really good waffle before we started, and you know what? I liked it.
I would love to publicly say that 12-year-olds should not be watching porn on the internet.
I would also publicly like to say, I agree.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. 21 and up.
As a 12-year-old who used to do that, I agree. It is not good.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Well, iPads and stuff came out at like the wrong time.
Well, like it was so.
Not even iPads. You could have any tablet.
You remember being on the family computer in the living room when no one was home?
Good God.
I'm not gonna. We're in my parents' home. This is. You guys want?
That's fair. That's fair. But
put a picture of the computer.
You're a kid, and someone says something, and you get curious, and you look it up, and it ruins your life.
Dude, no,
and it ruins your entire perception of intimacy and everything that happens in your life.
Body dysmorphia,
just everything,
all the issues in your. But and I did say this, or I guess if we're keeping all the. Yeah, whatever. You guys remember when you were trying to look up porn, but you didn't know porn words yet, so you'd just be like, big boobs.
Boobies.
Dude.
Naked girl.
Dropping mad viruses on like the family computer trying to look at like...
it just takes like 5 years for it to load like one thing.
Jennifer Aniston boob.
Yeah. Dude, I remember one time when I was like in like 5th grade or something like that, and I was on the family computer, and I was doing
it's always the family computer.
I was like in the office, which is hidden. I think my parents were like doing something. They were busy with work or whatever.
Oh, they were home too?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, my mom. Oh, it was only my mom. My dad was at work, so my mom was making dinner.
So you're rolling. Oh, mom's working in the kitchen, so you know that you've got a solid.
I'm across the house.
It's got a solid 30 minutes.
I'm like through 2 walls. No, so
You're doing like jerk off math.
No, I wasn't. I was.
Sometimes you had to do jerk off math.
You're like, all right, they leave work at 5:07 usually. It's about 15 minutes home. So if I get in now.
I didn't even do that. I literally was just sitting there doing my homework, and then I was like, I want to look up stuff about Star Wars. And so I looked up something about Star Wars, like completely innocently. This is the weirdest part. Completely innocent. Like, I just want to look up Star Wars. Scroll down a little bit, and I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What year is this? Like 2010 or something? Like how old are you?
5th grade.
5th grade.
So I was
like 9.
Probably about 2010, right?
2012 maybe. What year are you?
2004. I was kindergarten 5 and 6. So I was.
Wait, 2004?
Yeah, no, I was like 5 and 6 years old in kindergarten. So let me
you're born in 2004.
Yeah. So I
thought you were in.
So it's 2009 and you're 5, and then 4 years later it's 2013 and you're 9.
Yeah, about I
was in kindergarten in 2005.
So 2013, dude.
That's how old I am.
Height 13 years old, the height of like Pinterest posting, like
Tumblr was
Tumblr
too.
That was real porn.
Just art of just weird things that you probably should not be seeing at 12, 13 years old.
Yeah. Like I think now it's kind of like the Wild West has been a little more domesticated online, and there's
getting control.
I was younger. I was 10. I was like 10 because I was 13 going into freshman year of high school.
Has anyone talked? All right, here's the bit. We get canceled for the problematic age gaps on our podcast.
Yeah.
Amir was 18 when he started filming.
I was.
Oh yeah.
I was 19.
Speaking of Amir, he actually has a little message for us.
No, okay.
Already?
Here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do we want to hold the photo or just leave it on the wall?
This is
for those at home. Good picture of Amir right here.
We'll do like a zoom in on it.
Like a crappy like.
Yeah. He actually sent this last week because we didn't record, but it's about our last episode, of course.
the Jackson Hogue episode.
Yeah. Dear Getting To It podcasters, I see you've brought in another token Jewish man, Mr. Hogue himself. He's a stellar guy, but he'll never bring the NorCal vibes as hard as I do. I've been studying our scriptures recently, and feet seem to be a very popular topic, and I will not be commenting on that. Some things are better left unsaid.
Well, he talked about it. He talked about it.
Just so everyone knows, I'm not talking about this.
Actually, on the topic of feet, and more importantly, we're not going to dox someone, but he said someone's on the comment section.
Well, if it's a comment.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Shady Steph commented, "Oh, come on, Hunter, be a sport, lol. Also, socks, especially pattern ones, are even better." And Amir says to you, "Mr. Shady Steph, I completely agree, and pattern socks are better, and I happen to pride myself on my sock collection, so tune in to the episode aired after August 20th, and I will show you my awesome sock collection."
That's insane.
That
what
is
an
weird.
offer.
I have some nice socks too. I'll bring them in.
Oh my god. Or we do a fancy socks episode?
Yeah, it'd be fun. Anyways, much love to all Faust Socalians, and I think a Carhartt yarmulke is a great idea. With vigor and vitality, Amir. P.S. I love you, Hunter. Please don't throw a pebble at me.
When did I ever say I was gonna throw a pebble at him?
You said it last time.
Oh, you know
Last
what?
episode,
I did.
yeah.
I did say that. You know what, Amir? I love you, and it's okay. You just
duck.
made me feel sad.
On a lot of those topics he presented. We want to be reading some comments this episode.
Well, maybe. Do you want to just start reading comments?
Yeah. Let's get
What's
into
the one
it.
you found for me?
So
Is it why I'm in the middle?
No.
don't worry about it. Let's see here.
It is, isn't it? This is not good.
We are going to be reading through some of our favorite comments.
From all social media, Instagram, TikTok, and
I
YouTube.
didn't find any of them.
Our
and I
very
didn't look
popular
through. So
episode 9.
they're looking through it. I'm just here to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 9, our most viewed episode ever.
It's a lot of, really positive stuff.
Really supportive fan
Honestly,
base.
really supportive fan base, and we're really happy that you guys are like that. Except for the weird ones like the Menace. And I'm just gonna leave out numbers if it's in your name. The Menace says Dave got me acting up, and with the emojis, that's like moaning emoji
Oh,
almost.
nice. The moaning emojis.
Yeah.
You know you're down bad when you're dropping those.
Yeah. You guys are nasty. This is why
That is vile.
This is why I always say I hate the fans, because they're like this.
That is vile.
It's a vocal minority of our. I guess we should just talk. I mean, there's more.
If you haven't been up to date with the getting to it culture, apparently you guys really like our feet. So we're gonna be.
I've been trying to hide them this episode, but I know I've been sitting in crisscross a couple of times. So
Okay.
I know that they kind of went out, and I apologize because I didn't mean to do that.
There's a couple of them. So the guy in the middle, Hunter, at least take the damn shoes off, please.
My favorite is thanks for this interesting podcast! ! I'm here for feet, but your podcasts are very entertaining.
Yeah, we got a lot of those. Here's one
Real
from
honest.
Blueberry Himbo.
Sure.
Here for the dogs, stayed for the podcast. It was actually pretty entertaining. Nice feet, by the way. So,
So this all kind of kicked off because someone slid into our DMs talking about feet. So we talked about it on the show, and then it just reached the feet guys at large, I guess.
Feet people, not feet guys. Feet people. We don't judge here.
Persons of feet.
Persons of feet culture.
this comment from 2 weeks ago, Male Feet TV. Thanks for the interesting podcast.
Were you reading the one I just read?
You just read that. Sorry, my bad. But that was Male Feet TV. So it's not just regular people. It's people with like
Dedicated
feet accounts.
Yeah. Well, it's hard too because I want to believe that the guy dropping the hard eyes emoji with nothing else just enjoys the podcast, but I gotta believe that's about feet too.
Yeah. I really like the people who are pretty if you like feet, that's fine. All right, you know what? I'm not gonna. It's whatever,
I'm not gonna
But it's the
judge you.
people that are saying, "Can you please do it in sweaty white socks?"
I like the one when there's a comment about
Get
you, Dave,
help.
that says, loved how he wiggled his little piggies, though. So, congrats on that one.
I do want to address the soles of David. Anonymous Lizard says, the soles of Dave's feet are extremely dirty. He probably has the most stinkiest feet in the room. Loved how he wiggled his little piggies, though. And someone commented, the Menace, again, actually, he says, I bet they smell amazing. Get help, please.
Yeah, with 2 H's, all capitals, exclamation point. More content with dirty feet, flame emoji.
Yeah, I do want to address, the feet are so dirty because we're filming in a garage, and I just don't like wearing shoes in general. That's why my dogs are out. Like, it's my own house. I don't want to wear shoes in my own house.
Yeah, I think it's important that we stand on principles that this isn't a feet podcast.
Yes.
I was gonna say while you guys were reading that, I never put on my 2024 bingo card
No,
the
definitely
fact
not.
that the podcast I started with you guys turned into a feet fetish
Yeah.
video.
Things happen, all right?
Thing.
It's just, there's a portion of our community that just happened to. It's like, what if we, had a bunch of guys who liked baseball in our comments?
Here's the thing. I'm looking at our other one.
Yes. Number 10.
Our other episodes. This one is number 10. Usually, I was just reading off the 9s. It's just all feet stuff. Male Feet TV is back. Thanks for this podcast. Don't change anything.
I'm going to drop a like on Male Feet TV for
Me
that
too.
one.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Male Feet TV. We do this for you.
I
Almost
just
all
want to
the way.
say, for you guys that are there for the feet, I hope that you enjoy it. I'm personally not gonna try to show my feet. Like, if you want it, I'm sorry. I won't be. I will not be doing that.
I will say
He might be.
I got another comment.
Your
Jack
toes are out.
Mehoff, I know what you did there, says, new sub, the stud in the middle with those Hanes socks.
Nice.
There's referring to Hunter again.
Jack Mehoff?
See, it's
Jack
almost
Mehoff.
just a genuine thirsty comment, but then he drops the Hanes socks in there, so it's about feet again.
Yeah, it's just...
They don't take their eye off the prize.
Why is it about me?
The guy in the middle is a god. Thanks for showing us your socks. Sub because of the dogs.
Subbed because of the dogs is...
There's a few, genuine...
That's a Gen Z-ass, person afoot.
Yeah. I would say we have one comment on this episode that is not about feet. And it's about just our Hallmark movie comment.
Yeah. Shouts out. Started to turn into a Hallmark movie. Ships passing in the night.
I love
Gars.
Hallmark movies.
You're a real one. You actually watch. You're not just
You're
you're
not
not just gooning for the feet.
You're
right
not
there.
subbed for the dogs.
Yeah.
Sorry, what do you got, Hunter?
Why me? Why is it my feet?
Well,
why is it me and Dave's feet?
We always joke that on the podcast it's very, very similar. Hunter's just the most submissive and breedable.
That's not true at all.
And it is true because the viewers see it as well.
You've got kind of a twunk-like vibe.
Twunk? Yeah, he's not. He's like a Twinkie hunk, Twinkie hunk.
Dave gets me. Yeah, the feet thing's weird. Because here's my thing. At first, I think we all had the same reaction that you have when you're 20-something and some a post gets clicks, which is, this is a good thing and we should write it.
Yeah.
And then there's kind of like a downturn of
it got 5.8 thousand views on episode 9, and then episode 10 got 3.1, and we're still riding in the 1,000 area because of the feet.
Which I thought those numbers would be lower.
I did
I'm
not
pleasantly surprised by those numbers.
I did not expect any of that.
I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Am I glad that it was focused on feet? No.
Right.
But I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it for something, and that's worth your enjoyment.
I think there's a level of Dave authentically doesn't like wearing shoes.
Yeah, no, this is just me.
That's just him.
Yeah.
And why and you don't want to change for people on the internet.
I'm not going to change for you. Go fuck yourself, viewer. But you know what? Like I don't like wearing feet because
I don't like
wearing shoes or socks because I just don't like that. I like it's called grounding. I tell you guys about it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
So
just getting out in grass and just getting that electricity out of you. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't like wearing feet? Do you screw them out every night, or
Yeah, I
like
do.
take them out
I do.
and change them out every
my
other
feet,
day?
Hunter. I screw my feet
Oh, right between the toes.
right between toes.
Each toe pops
No,
out. Anyway,
no.
You know what's funny?
No.
And
right on the arches.
It's not even funny. It's kind of just fucked. If we were women on the internet, this just wouldn't even be a story.
No, wouldn't, because
Yeah.
Just how
It's
fucked
just
up
a
it is out
normal
there.
thing. Yeah.
yeah. I feel bad because I know for a fact that if like this was only girls on a podcast and they had their feet up, like they were like sitting in like a little couch thing, like a love seat.
It wouldn't be funny. It would just be gross.
It'd be gross
To
because
us it's funny because we're dudes.
yeah,
and
we're
we're just
guys.
like, all right.
Yeah.
No, if
It's funny,
I saw
yeah.
this in the comment section on a woman's podcast, I think I would just kind of like
I feel bad.
I'd
Yeah.
feel bad.
I'd be like that.
hang my head. I'd be
Come
like,
on, guys,
what
get your shit together. But like
what's
for
wrong with the
us,
world?
it's okay to
it's
comment.
kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
because you don't, unless you open the comments, you don't really know.
There's
you don't know.
no
It's
idea
just-
that happened.
It's just a Pandora's box of.
Well, that brings me into like YouTube culture and like YouTuber cultures and like centered around creators.
Mm-hmm.
Like they create their own culture and their own inside jokes and stuff like that. So like, you know, a couple months down the line when we're still recording,
It's just gonna be
someone's going to throw in a foot joke and everyone's going to like it because the OGs will remember the feet era. The
Drop a
foot
comment
era.
if you were here before the feet era.
Yeah.
We're my low key OGs.
what was it?
You got this. You got a foot in your mouth?
Come on.
No, I don't have a foot in my mouth.
You want one? Be the best episode ever for our commenters.
I also want to say,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, because of this,
Sure.
I'm very poor, as we all know.
You're a teacher and a student. You
At the
might
same
be
time.
you might be the poorest motherfucker
I was
we know.
living out of my car like a year ago.
Oh,
okay?
when I met Dave, he was just secretly living out of his car. Not secretly, but
I wasn't like telling people, but like he found out because we were like all hanging out, and I'm like, he got something on his socks or something.
we were going to a basketball game and we had just met.
Yep.
And your car was there, and I was like, hey, I didn't wear socks because at the time I was like living in the dorms, like across the parking lot. And I just thought I could tough it. And I was like, hey, you got any socks?
You were living in the dorms during when we met.
Oh no, that's totally wrong.
No,
No,
yeah.
it was just a different time.
Yeah.
You
I
just
was
didn't
like,
have
dude,
socks.
what?
But yeah, he's like, do
why
you
did I
happen
not-
to have any socks? And I'm like, oh yeah, like come over to my car, like I'll get it. And I open my trunk, and it's just like all my clothes, all my stuff.
It's just a
and I'm like,
dresser.
here, you could have some. You could have some socks. And you just like looked at me, just like, are you living out of your car? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. So I don't know why I had the brazen idea to show up without socks to like a giant event.
Massive game.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
But we're all doing the parking lot tailgate thing. And so when Dave opens his car and it's just like everything a person owns, it was a jarring moment.
Because I remember I was one of the first people you actually told.
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
But-
Hunter, I'm living out of my car.
Because I remember that it was like a couple weeks after I met you, and I was like, huh?
I mean, it's real.
Yeah.
So wait, okay.
It's a very humbling experience.
Yeah, I almost had to live in my car the last time I moved, just because I couldn't actually like get a place. Like money was not the problem. There just wasn't.
There's no housing.
There was no housing. Yeah. I was like, live at the beach.
Well, I was the same way. Like, it was either commute like 2 hours every day,
Yep.
like, and be late to things and like barely get any sleep or any of that, or just live out of my car up in long. Like, it was.
I mean,
It was like kind of by choice at the time, but like
if you really
mean,
needed a roof, you could have gone to one.
I would go home like twice a week.
Okay.
Or like once a week, and then like I would shower at like friends' places and stuff throughout the week.
My place. There's one time there's a couple times you showered.
I did shower with you.
Not
you.
with. Not, hey, whoa.
There
At
was
your
a
place,
period of time where if you went to your friend's house, there was like a 1 in 10 chance Dave would be asleep on the couch if you got there in the morning.
Yeah, I slept on the couch a lot. I dyed my hair at someone's place. Like I was.
You did.
I was. Yeah. And then
I remember that.
That was funny.
I have a video of you standing on your car with that same dyed hair.
Oh yeah,
dude, that era of you was something else.
Yeah,
we could put that at the beginning before the intro.
Dude, it's literally just a video.
I'm standing on top of my car, just like,
and then the video just goes, "You're gay," and that's literally the entire video.
God, we don't get any points for sensitivity, dude.
No.
But okay, back to talking about how being broke makes you think about. Are you thinking about selling feet? Is that what I'm?
Yeah. Back to what I'm getting to. I'm thinking about selling feet pics.
Oh my God.
They're coming out.
I didn't know you were gonna do that. Does your girlfriend know you're gonna do that?
She's
maybe.
She told you to.
Like, what?
She told me to wear socks this episode, and I'm like,
no.
These are the sacrifices
I'm
Dave
doing
makes.
some marketing right now. All right.
Oh my God.
It's actually more polling. If you guys want me to sell feet pics, drop a comment.
Are you market testing right now?
I am market testing.
my
who else am I going to sell it to? All right.
When my girlfriend heard about the fact that all this feet stuff was going down,
all the girlfriends are upset about it.
She looked at me. She was like, "Hunter, I swear to God, you better wear socks and or at least shoes this next time that you record, because I so help me God, if more people comment about your feet, if more people do it, I'm gonna be so upset at you." And I was like, yes,
it's
ma'am.
It's not Hunter's fault that they're talking about his feet.
You can't see it. His feet are handcuffed to the bottom of his chair.
I can't move my feet. I'm trying to move. That's why you see my knees go up. You definitely didn't see them earlier in the podcast. I don't know what you're talking about.
His girlfriend bought a full hijab and just cut the feet part out so Hunter could be safe. Like a full, but just the.
No, she bought me a dress and it's just the bottom half.
Like Mormon long underwear. You know how they wear that under their clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So actually, Emily saw
Your girlfriend.
My girlfriend saw a TikTok about garments.
Garments? Like just
clothing,
garments. Like the Mormon garments.
I think it was because she, like, this woman said that she had to have shorts that were 6 to 7 inches long to cover her garments. Is that like a Mormon thing, or it is? Okay.
Yeah, bro. They just wear it under everything.
She was wearing like workout stuff, like sports bras, and like long shorts, but like
well, that's functional. Like being like, there's a reason athletes wear that gear.
Yeah, but like, is it permissible for a Mormon woman to wear a sports bra? But like, she can.
It's functional.
But she has
like
to
a bathing
wear
suit.
6 to 7.
Like, they don't wear them under
certain. No, they're not allowed to wear bathing suits.
Types.
Yeah. No, you didn't know that? When they wear bathing suits, they have to have like the long ones.
No,
like, they have. Yes.
No, certain Mormons don't have to have that.
It might just.
No, I literally.
Be like a loose rule that like some people enforce and some people don't.
Well,
everyone
like Mormon rules and stuff like that. They're trying to play tricks and stuff, like soaking. Crazy.
Dude,
crazy stuff.
Holy shit,
dude! It would still get the job done. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think we were down the efficacy of it. Like,
I'm pretty sure it would work. I guess.
The reason if you haven't heard about soaking technology. You get in a bunk bed.
Technology.
You know how you live.
You get on the top of the bunk bed, and then you have your friend.
You need your boy to come into the room
to just
and
like
kick the bottom of the mattress
while
you soak,
or shake the bed frame.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
You gotta.
Wait. Would it just be more effective to just like lay on a washing machine or something?
The washing machine isn't the most comfortable spot.
No, it's not.
But getting kicked underneath a bed is also not the comfortable.
When you're Brigham Young University. You can't be soaking on the washing machine. It's, group housing.
Says who?
The RAs that
Says who?
The RAs.
The fucking
dude, the amount of people that get kicked out of BYU.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
no,
it's kind of crazy.
There was a student athlete who was caught going to a women's dorm after curfew.
After curfew.
He was literally almost kicked off the team.
Oh, do you know that local Cal Baptist University, the one you guys drove by on the way here, they have curfew on campus.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
on all their
There's so many. There's a lot of like.
Most of those Christian campuses have way stricter curfews. So
Yeah,
like Cal
I
State
almost
Long
went
Beach-
to what's it called? Point Loma. I was almost supposed to go there.
Oh, you'd be a total Point Loma guy.
Yeah, you would. You absolutely.
I don't think that's a compliment, but
No, but you have the vibe. You have the look of one, like the kind of vibe, but not like the practices. Of
You'd
one.
be a guy who'd be super cool, and then I'd be bummed to find out you went to Point Loma.
yeah, it's a beautiful campus though. It is
dude.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, a lot of
Right on
those,
the beach.
A lot of those like
Go
very
Go beach. Go Long Beach.
go Long Beach. A lot of those like universities, like BYU.
Yeah. The religiously affiliated ones.
Yeah, like those really religious ones have such strict curfews that like Long Beach, you know, they say like have the people out of your dorm room by 2 a.m.
Really?
Oh yeah, no. If you look at your, because when I went to dorms, if you look at the agreement on the dorm, it says you can't have people past like 2 a.m. But
That's
if you
crazy.
Yeah,
if they-
but that's like a don't be loud.
Yeah,
You know, they
but-
don't actually
yeah,
care.
They don't care. But it's also like if you have people over, they can't be there during certain times, or they can't stay a certain amount of days.
Oh, they can't stay a certain amount of days. That's
Yeah,
real.
Yeah, that
They can't
that's
stay a
fair.
certain amount of days. So you can have people over for the night if you have like a girlfriend or something.
Yeah, it was great. Like, people will like. I spent time in the dorms, but I had the COVID year, so I only got half of the time. People would get in like relationships in the dorms, and then you just have like 3 people living in a dorm because someone has a girlfriend and she just lives here now.
Yeah.
My freshman year roommate, loved that guy. He's definitely not going to listen to this. I don't think he knows that we do this, but this guy,
I wouldn't
Hey,
tell him for the.
I love that guy.
You're on.
Let him
but
know around like
he-
episode like 20 when the feet stuff is kind of washed
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
No, but he's awesome. Love that guy. His girlfriend, they were from San Francisco. They're up from they weren't from San Francisco, but they're from the Bay, and so they came down here. They both went here. She was in Beachside, but we were in the closest dorm
Is there
to Parkside North.
Different dorm houses.
Yeah.
So Beachside, for those of you who didn't go to Cal State Long Beach or
Is
didn't dorm there,
far.
it's off campus, but it's like true blue student housing. Like it's dead ass dorms. It's just in the middle of like Long Beach.
It's like 3 blocks away.
Yeah, it's an old apartment building that is like down PCH that they just turned into a dorm building, and it's like just straight hallways.
It's a gigantic pain in the like. I've dropped people off there before.
Yeah.
It
There's
fucking
a
sucks.
big old gate. You cannot get in without an ID or.
Yeah, I don't know. They scanned an ID. Whatever
Yeah.
they did.
But this guy would have his girlfriend over to the point where like she was basically just living with us. There's 3 people in the dorms all the time. Like it was just.
Well,
it
it's
was
fucked
common.
because the freshmen usually can't have cars or don't have cars. So it's like if you miss your shuttle, that
You
would
suck.
well,
you got to
he-
walk or you got to find a place to stay.
She had a car.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, that's why she was there all the time. She just drove over.
You should have just moved into her dorm.
No, absolutely not.
She's not using it.
No, I heard crazy things about her 2 roommates.
Oh,
Yeah, so
she
I
was in a
gonna do that.
triple.
She was
and
in a
her-
triple.
Yeah, that's why she wanted to not be there. She hated her roommates.
She was in a triple, and no,
It's a triple for her either way. It doesn't.
yeah.
she and him had other reasons to why they were at. Yeah.
No,
Anyways.
this wouldn't stand on my good Christian university, Cal
Hell
Baptist.
no.
No, dude, it was
Oh,
It's way too much.
What are you? Were you in the room? What do you mean?
no, but I'd have to stay out of the room for so many times.
He got sexiled.
I got.
Were you a
yeah.
sleep in the hallway type guy, or?
No, there was one time I did almost fall asleep in the common room though, and one of my
Yeah.
friends walked out and just went, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, roommate and his girlfriend are going at it right now, so I gotta
going
wait."
at it.
That's a
They're going
way
at
to
it.
put
If
it.
you're really
Well, I
quiet,
didn't want to say that they were actually doing
you're sitting
it.
in the
so I was
common
like,
room. You're like, if we're really quiet, you can hear them slamming furniture around.
No, but
They're throwing things out the window.
Jesus.
I was almost asleep in the common room at like 3 a.m.
Oh,
after
that
getting back from a
sucks.
social.
Oh,
And so I'm still like in my like thing that I had. I just wanted to change and go to bed. I was tired, and my friend comes out and she's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" And I was like, "There."
so you're back from like a themed party,
Yeah.
wearing you got like a plastic fireman hat on or something,
I
and no
had-
shirt, and you're just like,
I'm pretty sure I had
my
just
roommate's getting dick.
I'm pretty sure I had a vest on with no t-shirt,
Classy look,
and pants.
Nice.
So not the most comfortable fit
yeah.
in the world. Good looking fit, but not the most comfortable.
Yeah.
And it's what the people in the business call a good standing fit, not a good sitting one.
Yeah, but so I went through the door to get to like my suite, because it was like a suite. I had two other dorms in the suite.
American universities kind of group the rooms together. That way people can be more social, I guess, but also maybe kill themselves
hate
less.
the other people in that area more.
You just end up hating everyone.
There was only 2 people in my suite, just in my suite, not the one connected that we didn't like.
Okay.
That we didn't, or I should say, there's one we didn't hang out with a lot. We still liked him. There's one we did not like.
It's always weird when you move into the dorms and it's just like people from all over, and and that's cool, but you're not guaranteed to have shit all in common, except that you're the same age going to the same school, and so it feels like you usually make like temporary friends, like your 30-day contract, and then it's up and you hang out with people you actually like have stuff in common with.
I never went dormant or anything like that.
It's not worth it.
I never got that.
It's like totally expendable.
I had so much fun. Literally, like
it's fun, but it's like that's it. You know,
it's paying full money for a solo room, but then sharing it.
The first 2 days, me and 2 of my friends went around to every single door in my dorm room and said, MTV Cribs, like, what's your room look like? And we went to every single door. We made friends with half the people in the dorm room, and almost like half of my dorm was all friends.
Highly recommend, especially because we're in summer right now, if you're going to start school and you're going to be in a dorm, go meet everyone. Like, you need to 100%. Cast a wide net. Like,
that's just, like, good advice in general. Like, if you're going to a new job, if you're going somewhere like that, just meet everybody, you know?
I kind of differ on the job one.
Really?
Like, I think it's important to meet people, but I also think like I the vibe of like showing up and like figuring your job out before trying to figure out the social.
Yeah. Okay. Correction. I just worked like a really like, okay, so over the summer I do like a summer program with my job.
Yeah, Dave works in like a theater or something.
Work with kids,
he is the theater.
At the school there's different programs that's going on, and I got assigned to the theater group. I don't know why they just put me there, but you know,
very theatrical, man.
The first week, I get what you're saying. Like, figure out your job. People aren't like talking. Like, it's more just like figure out what's going on, get to know the kids, get to know what your job is for the week, for the like 2 months, because it just ended for me. Like last week.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why you have this week off.
Yeah.
I understand.
What
was it?
I've
heard a couple of stories that you've had.
Stories were crazy. I think I said some on the pod. Yeah. Anyways,
the tree petting kid.
Yeah, the tree petting kid. Like, we talked about that in the pod. But like after like the first week and a half, like all the coworkers, like we started going out, like hanging out and stuff, like talking for a while, and like
that's teacher behavior, man.
And then on the last day, like we all met up for drinks somewhere.
Oh, fun!
It's kind of fun. Yeah.
I guess part of my apprehension, especially in the workplace, is sometimes you get into a new work environment, the social structure's all set up, and if you make friends with like the wrong people, it sucks. It sucks because I don't want I'm very lucky to have had great coworkers who I am real friends with, but I've also had plenty of coworkers that I would never want to talk to ever. Like, if they've, you know.
Yeah. I had, my first job at Jimmy John's.
God, you worked at Jimmy John's, dude. You look like the guy on the advertisement.
It was only like 2 or 3 months. It was so funny though, because that one that I worked at was like completely like family owned. So it was like it was a franchise, and it was like almost all family. And the drama that would come out of there, like they all drove like.
And you're just caught in the middle of it.
They were an Arab family.
Okay.
And
like Saudi Arabian or like what? Just
Persian, Arabic.
Yeah, it was Middle Eastern family.
Okay.
Big family, right?
Not like massive, I think, but like basically the guy that owned it, his like nephew was her uncle.
Oh, so a little bit of an extended
nephew or cousin.
It's not
or
just
something.
the nuclear family.
Yeah, no, it was like. It was big, like the grandparents would come sometimes, like they were the ones that owned it, but Like they owned it, and then I think gave it to the guy who owned it when I was there. But they would come and help anyway. So, it was wild because they would all drive these like nice cars. Like I remember, like he was driving some like nice Mercedes at some point, and then he comes out of nowhere like the next couple of weeks and just has like a brand new Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Or like a brand new BMW.
Fucking working at the bar, obviously I met just a ton of people from different walks of life. And there was this one dude, he was like the heir to a chain of cafes in Long Beach. I'll tell you guys which one later. But it was his parents' thing. He owned like the same BMW M3 in like 2 different colors and a G-Wagon. And it was the most ridiculous, like, but I guess fuck it. Gotta spend it, can't take it with you.
I someday wish that my kids have something like that.
I would love for my kids to have multiple of the same car in different colors.
Hey, he likes the car, he just wants options on color.
Because I mean, I'm not going to be making much from marine bio, but I hope that my wife gets some bank.
I mean, if you find the next great chemical like warfare item in the deep trenches and sell it to Raytheon, dude, there's still hope.
I mean, I could always just like.
What's your favorite
arms manufacturer?
Yeah, what's your favorite American arms manufacturer?
Boeing.
Boeing is a good choice.
I was gonna say Boeing.
Boeing's a bad choice the last couple of months.
I'm a
Northrop Grumman.
Northrop Grumman is good. I'm a big Lockheed Martin. I love the planes they make and all the stuff they make. Yeah,
Lockheed Grumman.
Big fan of those. They make the F-22s?
Who?
Lockheed Martin?
I think so.
They make
big fan of those.
They make F-22s. I like Northrop Grumman because they make the F-14.
Don't they make tanks too?
Probably.
It's really funny living in Southern California because I'm sure you can just go drive to these buildings. Like they're just there, just building weapons to kill people.
Yeah.
Next to SpaceX and shit.
Yeah. We have a Long Beach, right? Seal Beach has a big like Navy armory.
There's a naval armory that you just have to pass on your way to go.
And
get
they
a sunburn.
grow like strawberries on the field, and all the armory is like underground and stuff. And we passed it on the way here.
Hey, I hate to interrupt this, but I was looking at the analytics. We do have 3 listeners from Russia, so maybe there is no armory.
Go get shot in Ukraine.
Look it up on Google Maps.
Go get shot in Ukraine. Get out of here.
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
People say that like the Russian Navy is better than the U.S. Navy.
Not even close.
Who says that? Russia?
Russians,
dude. Yeah, they're Russian. They have to say
that's
that.
not even close.
Like, and some other people that are like from other Slavic countries, but like also like you have to look at the statistics. We have hundreds of more naval vessels than they do.
Not even just that.
We have more practice in them.
We have more
we
practice.
do have more practice.
We have like 9 aircraft carriers. I think they have like 1 or 2, maybe.
Yeah.
Like we have 9. I will say, the largest air force in the world, the U.S. Air Force. The second largest
is the U.S. Navy.
Is the U.S. Navy.
This is like such
and then
white
it's like
guy
Russia,
Snapple fact coded.
And then it's like Russia, and then it's like the U.S. Army, and then like it's like
it's the Marines. The Marines have more planes than the Army. The Army doesn't have any anymore.
You know what? I actually have insight about the boat thing. I used to do debate, and we had a topic about icebreakers. So there's a shitload of ice that need, like, you know, in the ocean. We call it like, you know, the North Pole or whatever. Russia has like 60 boats that can like fucking cruise through it and like figure it out, including like super highly capable ones. And we have like 7, and like only 3 of them are working at any time.
We do have more submarines, nuclear submarines that can go under.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's the other thing, dude. It's Russia. Like we've seen with the conflict in Ukraine, they have Soviet era bullshit. They don't have the latest and greatest.
No, the funniest thing is that like the Soviets will manufacture like these great weapons and everything that they say are so good. Like if you look at the Su-29. It was it was a jet.
What do you mean? Yeah,
Hey, I'm up to date on current events in the Ukrainian war. Okay, give me a break.
It was a jet plane that they used in Iraq. Like they sent it to like Iraqis, And so during like Afghanistan, everything, Iraq, like there were like experienced pilots who were flying these like brand new planes.
Oh, nice.
That Soviets were just giving them like here, like
It's
enjoy.
crazy
Enjoy.
to call them Soviets.
Well, like
they were
Russia.
Soviet at the same
at that
time.
It was the 90s. So it was,
This is
early Russian,
end of Soviet.
like end of Soviet era. Like this is still like there's some like Soviets still like in government because they're not going to get all thrown out.
Yeah.
Pitch. You guys ready?
Wait. Before you do, I will say
you can't interrupt me interrupting Hunter.
I'm going to interrupt you interrupting Hunter. The reason we have they have so many icebreakers is because they don't have a warm water port, which is why they're invading Ukraine. Ukraine is a warm water port.
They have so many more ice-based crises.
Yeah, they can't get out of the ice, so they need icebreakers.
All right.
You know?
Okay, here's the pitch. We shoot a porn. Now hold on.
All right.
Now hold on.
You lost me.
I'm gonna get you back though. We do it all like on site, and it's based on a steamy romance between Gorbachev and who was the U.S. president at the time? Like Reagan or Jimmy Carter? I don't know.
Reagan or Carter? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that idea.
And the tagline is "Tear down this wall."
I don't like that.
And we all play like
this. Just sounds like something you'd find on like fanfic or something like that. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like a Harry Potter fanfic.
I don't want to do that.
I don't like this.
I don't want to do that.
I don't want to tear down these walls.
No, I don't want to do anything.
Dude, a tramp stamp in the style of Berlin Wall-esque graffiti. Come on.
No.
No.
This sounds like a terrible idea. I don't want to do this.
All right, back to Hunter talk.
Back to Hunter.
Gents or whatever.
Yeah, let's hear what Hunter's got to say.
Nobody wants to hear Hotline to Moscow.
No.
The red phone.
No.
So seductive at night on the red phone.
No.
Look, these are great ideas, but no.
This is
fantastic. And if somebody ever writes this,
how about you
send
bring
it
that
in,
to a company that actually makes that?
Dude, doing a screenplay where it's just steamy.
Yeah, if somebody writes a screenplay of this, we will read it, but we will not act it out.
We do a table read.
We'll do a table read.
Act it out, but I'm not doing it.
We'll do a table read.
You know who's gonna want to act it out? It's our resident fucking theater kid, Amir. Amir would be if Amir was here. He would be on my side.
I'll act it out too. Like, hey, I have some theater experience over this summer now.
I have some theater experience when I was like in middle school, but I'm not bringing that out to do a fanfic.
You could do like
president and a Soviet era leader having gay sex.
What?
Whoa! It's not about the sex. It's about the buildup.
What if I told you could play a sexy young JFK? Right?
God damn.
Right?
I think I'd fit that role very well.
My goat. He's back in. Ooh, and we can make all sorts of jokes about like getting your head blown off. I don't know exactly.
He's getting a lot of head.
Yeah.
He's getting blown.
Saying he's got more head than he needs.
All I can say is that the ladies love me.
The fucking... Yeah, he's in there. He's designing the underground pool where he would cheat on his wife with Marilyn Monroe. So he's like tangentially in the scene just doing like contractor work.
Whoever said that Marilyn and I ever had anything?
God.
Can I be Bill Clinton?
You want to be like young
if
Bill
we were
Clinton.
to do a play... Or a theater read like a read of all the U.S. presidents, modern U.S. presidents.
Which ones would we
and
be?
It's all like a steamy fanfic of all of them together. I want to be Bill Clinton. Just so I can say, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I think that you'd fit that well.
And I'll play the saxophone.
They don't really make like biracial presidents yet.
What do you mean?
Obama.
You want me to play Obama?
Oh, yeah.
That's the pitch on the table.
It's either that or I would be Trump. I could pull a Trump.
I think there was a Hispanic president.
Michelle.
Well,
let me be clear.
Let me be clear. I think I could do a good Trump.
This is in no way.
We are not in support or favor of
we're
any
not
president.
making fun of presidents right now.
No,
We're just impersonating.
They might be really bad impersonations, but we're impersonating them.
'Cause I'm about to
China.
Obama dirty talking his wife about Michelle. Are you ready for this drone strike on your Yemeni wedding?
You know what? You be Obama, I'll be Trump, and we do a little. Let's have a little sexy off.
Oh my God.
Let's just say the casualty numbers tonight are gonna be up.
Well, you know,
Let me get under your southern wall.
I think that'd be very nice. I think that we should stop the casualties in China and in the Middle East.
You like my dick? It's the greatest. Everybody came in. I walked into the room while they said, "Wow, that's a great dick."
Many people say that I'm the best. Many people say that I'm better than you. But we'll find out. I think that I should be the top because I'm better. I lay it down better.
I think
Obama.
We're forgetting one of the goats as well. George Bush.
Dude, we're not good enough at impressions to do this long of an impression.
I think we're doing great.
Okay.
George W.
George W.
Let me put my
Drawl. Southern drawl.
I'll put my two towers.
That's getting us.
Michelle, where are my Newports? I need to go be the only basketball playing president.
Michelle, where are my Newports? I want to smoke today.
See, I think that's a little racist.
No, he just actually likes Newports.
He does. He
does.
And he's the only president I've ever seen dunk a basketball.
Probably because all
That's
the
true.
ones can't.
That's true.
Yeah, 100%.
Dude, I watched the other day Donald Trump and Bryson DeChambeau,
The golfer,
play a round of golf, and dude, when he was saying that he plays a good round of golf, he was matching Bryson DeChambeau.
No.
The
deep drive.
Yes.
Wow.
Dude,
Bryson,
he had a weird little
a couple years
swing
ago won the long drive contest.
Yeah,
like
no,
he's a guy
great golfer.
He can, you know how the game of golf is like how far can you hit the ball? He can hit it the farthest.
He can hit it farthest, and he's really accurate too.
Oh,
He's so good. Like he's won a couple of tours. And so when I saw Trump, Trump had a goofy swing. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you know what it is.
He was accurate.
As a previous golfer in my life, before Tiger Woods, all golf swings were the C-shaped one. Yeah. Like instead of the rotation thing that we all learn now, it used to be kind of like a.
Yeah, it was, like you wanted to get it up,
arch your back super high. So it's probably what you're seeing after someone turns 80.
Oh, he's doing like a across the ground. It's not like you
Bryson or Trump?
Trump.
Yeah.
He wants, like most people do that like moon, like the crescent swing.
Yeah.
Or like the circle swing as you should do. But like I know that like sometimes it's that old swing across, but like even my grandpa, when I played golf with him when I was like really young, he still had that normal like circle rotation. Yeah.
It's just it's easier to do the circle.
Yeah, it's way better
for your
as
back.
you get older.
Yeah.
So I can see like your grandpa even later in life being like, we gotta learn. I mean, also Tiger Woods isn't like young. Like
no.
I mean, when he was young back in the day, like he was the GOAT. Like he still is great, but like, oh my God.
Even with all of his injuries, I remember seeing the fact that he walked the 18-hole course with his bad knee. He literally was was limping, like he could not walk part of it. Like he literally
Did he still win that one too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got like second place. Like he did so great, and literally like people were making comments like, dude, he does not look well. He is limping. Yeah. Like he was limping half the course. Like they said at the 9th hole that like it looked like he almost had to get a cart because of how bad it was.
He looked so bad they almost nominated him for president. Am I right, guys?
Oh my God.
Elections.
Election coming up. Do you know what I'm most excited for? Either one who wins, Trump or Kamala now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some great impressions.
Oh, dude, SNL is gonna make a
it's gonna be
great. It's gonna be great.
Maya Rudolph is gonna make a fucking
she can pull a good Kamala.
I think she already has.
Yeah, she is.
I think she did.
That's her
job.
role when she. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Before we get too far from the Tiger Woods thing, I did want to say. Terrible. He cheated on his wife and stuff.
Yep.
Really funny. She beat his ass with a golf club.
That is
very ironic. It's great.
But that action in my mind, kind of cemented professional golf players as real professional athletes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I was just saying, like, I was a little kid and I'm like, oh, golfers, they're just golfers. And then that happened and I'm like, yeah, they do the same shit as pro athletes, you know?
Fucking
pro athletes are like crazy people, you know?
Well, if you were forced to swing a club every day, work out just so that you can hit the ball farther, if you had to make your swing perfect every single time you do it,
not really working out in like 2009.
Yeah,
like it's
some
of them. Sure,
there's one thing that you go from like the what's his name, like Arnold Palmer and like
John Daly.
John Daly. You go from them to like what it is now.
It's different now.
They work out every time. They practice so much.
It used to be in the NBA until like 2010. They weren't like working out super hard.
Yeah, they were just kind of they were like
they would go to practice
size and they were kind of chubby.
Fun. Now it's like a full commitment now.
Well, like NFL players too, like back in the like
did they 90s just smoke darts in the locker room at halftime?
They would, like the amount of stories of like NFL or like baseball, like MLB, like the stories of guys just like chain smoking in the dugouts, going out on the field.
Babe Ruth pulling out with a fucking cigar and then tossing it on the ground, hitting a fucking dinger.
He also played in a segregated league.
Yeah, I know. He was the best in that league. He's not the GOAT anymore, but like in that league, he was
they
great.
Should put an asterisk on it. I forgot who it is. It's like, we'll put an asterisk next to Barry Bonds as soon as we put an asterisk next to Babe Ruth, dude. Breaking records when black people aren't even allowed to fucking watch the game.
Yeah.
Babe Ruth probably could not hit against a Dominican right now. Like
just a guy,
just from any Dominican.
Gasolina is playing
gas,
over.
All right,
they bring in the closer. He's playing Gasolina. He throws a 99 splitter.
Real shit. Do you think Babe Ruth could play in a Division I baseball game right now?
Absolutely not, dude.
No.
I have watched college baseball games.
Peak prime, best shape he was ever in. Do you think?
No,
I think he would be mid tier.
Okay.
He would not be good. He'd be like the middle or like a little lower. He would not be in the top.
I saw the statistics. The average pitcher around that time was only had 2 pitches.
What?
2 pitches. There was the fastball, which only reached up to like 70.
Well, they just hadn't invented shit yet.
They hadn't. They couldn't figure out how to throw it. But so they had a 78 mile per hour fastball.
Sure.
And they had a
which is laughable at this point.
Yeah, no, like that's like
crazy.
That's you bringing in a field.
That's what I'm saying. Like, any Dominican,
that's like an average dude off the street. Like I bet I probably
any
could
Dominican
throw a 78 mile per hour ball.
Do you know what's cool? Okay, so I read this recently. Grenades in World War II, right, are designed like a baseball for Americans because every American was supposed to be able to throw a baseball.
That's why the Germans used the grenade on a stick. It's just a better way to do that.
Yeah, they're doing that, but we were throwing them way farther because we had practice and could throw. That's crazy.
Get a random dude from Boston who's
tried
playing
making
in
a
the
football one.
lots, and he's just throwing grenades left and right, like getting like 100 feet on him just because dude played baseball.
They tried it again.
Years old.
I think in like Vietnam, they tried like that idea again, but football was more popular. So they tried making grenades shaped like footballs.
You can't throw a grenade the size of a football.
No, it did not work. But like they tried it. They didn't put it in the field, but like they made them.
You know the big ass bombs that they drop out of planes that look like the cartoon ones.
Yeah.
They just chop the fucking tail off that and hand it to some fucking 18-year-old.
That gets me to my point of like people used to just like test shit out. You know, they'd be like, I have this idea. Someone would make it, and then like they test it, didn't work, and then they never touch it again.
Speaking of
nowadays, it's all like it has to be perfectly engineered.
Yeah,
nobody has to like. There's like barely any field testing for anything.
There's no reason to waste.
Speaking of testing, they tried to put a shortened version of the GAU 18 like gun in a A10 Warthog on the bottom of an F-16.
Yeah.
And then they shortened it and everything, and then it just didn't work. And then they tried it again, and it didn't work again.
I love that one story of another. I think it was World War II. It was a plane, and it went too fast, and it had a gun on it, and when it was flying, it would shoot itself.
Yes.
It was going too
that
fast.
wasn't World War II. That was one of the first fighter jets that the U.S. had ever made. It was
the first time we get a jet.
I don't know too much about that stuff, but
it was like one of the first jet fighters that we made, and it was so fast. It had like
it was so fast, and the gun wasn't strong enough.
Yeah, the gun didn't have enough power because they were used to putting it on propeller planes.
Yeah,
and so it would shoot, and then if it didn't hit a target or anything, it would just fly into its own bullets because the bullet velocity would slow down over time, and then it would just go. Thunk,
I think the world would be a better place if military planes stopped evolving after the propeller. Like if we were still rocking around in like the biplane and then the dude in the back, come on. With the fucking
good old days.
The leather hat and the goggles, open air cockpit, come on.
Open air cockpits were cool.
I don't think it would because there was a story of like a B-17 in World War II, and they stole all the 50 cals off of other planes and put it into their plane, and they basically defended their own plane
called a flying fortress for a reason.
Everybody else on the base, and everybody was out. Like all the other planes were so pissed off because they all stole the guns from other planes and put them on theirs.
How do you? That's so much weight. I think about like
it's called a flying fortress for a reason.
It might not have been a B-17.
Crazy.
It was maybe it was another bomber, but it was an American bomber that just stole.
And they
guns.
just that's crazy. I love American ingenuity.
It's
great. I love the fact that Americans can be so rude to other people in their own base, and the best part about it was their high command heard about it, and they're like, "Well, we don't want to do anything because
they have too many guns."
They got, dude. That model wasn't supposed to have a gun on the nose. They put a 50 cal in the nose just because they could.
My favorite's that old fucking war quote where it's like it's some foreign general and he's like, it's really hard to strategize against the Americans because you can't read their like strategy books they hand soldiers because they don't read them.
You can't
their field manual doesn't help you understand what they're about to do.
Yeah, something I saw was like Americans are very like their squad movements have always been a little different.
Stop fucking touching my feet with your feet.
Their squad like ranks and like movements I've always been like a little weird. Was if we lose, like if other countries, if they lose their like commander or like sergeant or something, like the whole squad will retreat, regroup, and then attack again. Americans will like instantly just keep going. Like they don't stop.
They just say, "All right, cool, I got a promotion. All right,
like,
keep going."
I have a lot of respect for the like all branches of military, like even Coast Guard. Those guys are crazy.
The Coast Guard.
Yeah, I almost joined the Coast Guard, but that's another story.
Dude, let's join the Coast Guard together.
I almost joined the Navy when I was younger.
But Marines,
this whole feet thing doesn't work out, dude.
Marines are the most like the basic grunt Marine. Like they will. I don't know how to explain it. They will like. They could take out anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cause you get a few of them together, they will engineer some shit to take you out. It's just they have a goal, they'll finish that goal.
It's hard, I think, because especially with the rise of like smartphones and stuff, like it's becoming very clear that a lot of people that you hand a gun and make a soldier are very trigger happy and stuff.
Yeah.
And so like
no, they're not just trigger happy. They're smart about it. Like cuz you know, they're crayon eaters, but the one thing they do know is how to take out an enemy.
Yeah.
That's the one thing they know, you know?
Makes it probably a little hard to adjust back to
civilian. No offense, Marines, but it's your stereotype.
The Marines actually got their nicknames the Devil Dogs from World War II because they fought the Japanese so hard that the Japanese thought that they literally were like demon possessed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now all those dudes who used to be in the fucking jungles are just demon dogs in their goon cave.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's all that energy that used to be going to fight in wars and being heroic. Now it's just like jerking off, being on Reddit.
Yeah, we used to have like massive wars, and that would like get the energy out. You know, now we have like we got a little bit time. We got a little bit of trickle in the sandbox, and we got nothing going on. And the Marines are getting bored.
I know that Dave and I, if we were in Vietnam, we'd be in the same platoon.
Is a barracks just a goon cave?
It's
like they gotta be jerking off in there.
It's like a group, group goon cave.
You know what job I would really
barracks are just dorms.
Would want to do. I think that there just has to be a department of naming stuff cool shit in the military?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everything needs better names. I don't like the direction names have gone. Like, we used to be the Devil Dogs and, like, cool shit like that. Now it's, like just numbers and letters.
There's some hits.
You know?
I think SEALs. The Navy SEALs.
Yeah, but that's been around for a while.
Green
Berets.
Like,
if you look at a plane, like the fighter jets and everything, if you look at their actual names, it's sick.
Yeah.
Like the F-35 Lightning, the F-22 Raptor.
Well, but that's the manufacturers doing.
Yeah.
That's them trying to like pitch it in the boardroom.
And then they get the name, like the F-16
We need cool
Fighting
name.
Falcon.
But like our boats need cool names too. Like if we're like
Our boats suck, dude. They're named after states and presidents all the time.
no. Like I mean the USS Constitution, that one kind of goes hard.
Constitution.
There's
that
some
one
that goes hard.
That
but,
one,
like,
dude, that's tough.
Yeah.
Did you see that when it had its own like unassisted like sailing? Because the USS Constitution's like the old sailboat.
Yeah, I have a little model of it.
That's so cool. They had a unassisted sail, and there was just like 2 destroyers next to it.
Yeah,
and it was so sick.
Okay, vibe check on the Midway.
Midway's cool. I've been on it.
Midway.
Mm-hmm. Midway. The name though.
I think it's
named after a battle, which is kind of cool. My girlfriend's dad, he was actually stationed on it when it was still active.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Nice.
So like what I was talking with him and he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, like I was on it and like room 2 and they were saying like, oh yeah, he would like took the tour and stuff and he was pointing out like, oh yeah, I always hit my head here. This is
funny.
where we got the shitty food, like, and all this stuff.
Did you guys hear about Tom Clancy? Who's the writer?
Tom Clancy.
Did you hear about him getting interrogated by the CIA?
Because he knows too much.
So he wrote a scene based on a boat. And in the scene, the character, Jack Reacher, whoever the fuck it was, goes into like areas that are not known to the public because you keep some shit secret in the military for whatever. And he was so accurate with what he made up that they came to his house and like, how do you know this? Like, this isn't public information. He's like, well, I just looked at like what you guys did show us and kind of reasoned out what would be in there.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
It's kind of crazy. Like the CIA. Actually, I'm not going to talk smack on the CIA.
We can't.
Never mind.
No,
I like the CIA.
I love the CIA, FBI, all those guys. You know what? You're doing a great
NCIS
job out
is
there.
cool as well.
I like
Naval
living and I like
Security
my
Intelligence
family. I don't want to kill myself.
I don't want to kill myself.
I do not want to kill myself.
The Patriot Act is a really cool thing, and I'm glad we have it.
Yes. Everything that the CIA does is gold, and I support them 100%. Keep up, boys.
Definitely
good job, boys.
Top 3
Go
intelligence agency for me.
I'm so glad that we have them to support our security, our privacy,
our democracy.
Our democracy.
Yes, holding it down.
Really holding down democracy throughout the world as well. Keeping that alive. Good job, CIA.
Venezuela is doing really well because of the work you did.
All of South America.
All of South America is premium.
Cooked there. You did so good. Everything you did.
It was like Jeremy Allen White the way you cooked up there.
Yeah. You know what? Like in the slums and all that with those vans with the white powder in them.
No.
I think you really changed American culture and like for the better.
Okay, we're gonna have to cut all of this. I'm not trying to be put on a hit list.
All right. Well,
please put me on. I'm probably already on a hit list. So.
I know I'm on the list already.
Is that time?
Well,
I think we're about time. So I guess, dear viewer, it's goodbye for now.
See you later. This has been a lot of fun. You're hungry?
Hungry.
We're going to go, actually, it's 102 degrees outside, so we're going to go jump in the pool.
Gang, gang.
Catch you guys.